But the president reposted an online post without context, by the way. He didn't add any commentary to it. But the person that he reposted said that former President Biden had been executed and that he was actually replaced with clones and robots that were doing the job for him.
Donald Trump has done it again. This time he's shaking the internet with a jaw-dropping claim that Joe Biden is not who we think he is.
Again, this is, of course, completely unfounded. President Biden has also been clear. Not only is he dealing with sort of the challenges of being out of office, but there's also this idea that the president is also dealing with prostate cancer right now and going through treatment for that. So it's really not only a baseless claim, but also a claim that it's attacking someone who is going through a real health crisis. We don't know why President Trump reposted this. The White House is declining to comment, but this is not, of course, the first time that he's reposted baseless claims, and I'm sure it will not be the last. But
no, seriously. According to Trump, Joe Biden is either a robot or a clone. And while that might sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, millions are listening. Some are laughing, some are panicking, and some are actually nodding their heads saying, we knew it all along, but how did we get here? For years, people have pointed out strange things about Joe Biden, different facial features, changes in his voice, his eyes, his skin tone, videos where he doesn't blink for long stretches, clips where he walks stiffly, robot-like. And now, finally, Donald Trump has added fuel to the conspiracy fire by amplifying a viral Truth Social post that outright claims there is no Joe Biden. He was executed in 2020. What you see are clones, body doubles, and robotically engineered soulless entities.
US President Donald Trump recently amplified a bizarre conspiracy theory on his social media platform, Truth Social, reposting a message that falsely claimed Joe Biden was executed in 2020.
Wild? Yes, but let's be honest. Many Americans have already been asking themselves the same question in a more subtle way. What is going on with Biden? It all started with subtle differences. Eyebrows sitting higher than usual, ears not matching from photo to photo, hairlines shifting, pupils dilated, a complexion that looks more like wax than skin. And then there's the voice, raspy and deep one day, flat and robotic the next. Of course, skeptics call it aging or lighting or makeup, but believers, they think we're being shown an illusion. And now the so-called illusion is catching mainstream attention. Even CBS aired a segment where their own White House correspondent couldn't figure out why Biden didn't blink during a 17-second clip.
Bringing down gas prices is a big part of the job. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-democracy. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-American. And here's the good news. Gas prices have dropped every day this summer. That's more than democracy. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-American.
This is on CBS.
Donald Trump lacked the courage to act.
So what did you think of this one?
He didn't blink.
Not at all, right?
Not once. Think about that. A human not blinking for 17 straight seconds during a passionate speech? That's not normal. Deepfake? Maybe. Robot? Possibly. Clone? That's what Trump thinks. In another bizarre moment, photos surfaced showing Biden with large straps running down his face. According to the White House, it was a CPAP mask for sleep apnea. But critics aren't buying it. They say the lines look mechanical. Some even joked it looked like a robot panel or a facial prosthetic. And when you add it all up, his strange gait, bizarre behavior, moments of confusion, and now literal mechanical-looking marks on his face, the theory gets harder to brush off. Trump's repost was simple but explosive. No added commentary, no hashtags, just the claim that Biden died in 2020 and was replaced with soulless entities.
U.S. President's post claims Biden was executed in 2020. As Joe Biden battles cancer, Trump shares wild theory that Biden has been replaced by clones. U.S. President's shocking posts leave everyone guessing.
Whether it's his way of trolling or a message he genuinely believes in, the effect was immediate. Supporters flooded social media with their own clone Biden theories, while critics slammed the move as dangerous and unhinged. Then there's the video evidence, endless clips of Biden doing things that simply don't make sense. One minute he's walking into bushes during a press event. The next, he's holding babies in awkward, uncomfortable ways, even biting one child's shoulder, which sparked outrage and confusion. Is this the behavior of the leader of the free world or a machine glitching? To make things more surreal, whistleblower reports claim Biden has been found wandering lost in his own closet at the White House.
No, President Biden is not dead. He's been recovering from COVID, and these are the first images we've seen of him in a week. The White House doctor says he's in good shape, but that hasn't stopped rampant speculation and disinformation about his health spreading online. This post on X from a prominent conservative activist suggests that Biden was dying or is possibly already dead. It has been viewed more than 20 million times. Another post, which gained millions of views before being deleted, claimed without evidence that Biden was in hospice care and was unlikely to survive. Although this is the first time he's been seen in public since dropping out of the election, Biden did call into a campaign event on Monday to thank staffers.
If I didn't have COVID, I'd be sitting there with you, standing there with you. I'm so proud of what you've all done.
But this phone call didn't stop the health rumours. US Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene posted an edited clip of the event, speculating whether the call from Biden was a pre-recorded message. However, in the longer version of the video, you can hear him responding directly to Kamala Harris.
It's neutral.
I knew you were still there. You're not going anywhere, Joe.
Unfounded rumours about Biden's health have circulated for years, but the traction they've gained over the past week has been huge.
According to Senator Josh Hawley, Secret Service agents allegedly reported that Biden sometimes couldn't find his way out of rooms. That's not just age, it's a breakdown. And some say it's the kind of malfunction a clone or a robot would experience when the program fails. Of course, there are the jokes, the memes, the late-night jabs. Which Biden clone is your favorite? Some ask sarcastically. But others, like Trump's base, are starting to take this very seriously. They believe the truth is being hidden in plain sight. And now that Trump has acknowledged it, indirectly or not, it's game on. Even big-name media like the Daily Mail and political commentators like Jake Tapper have hinted that there might be two Bidens. Tapper described one as fine, adequate, and the other as a non-functioning Biden. It sounds absurd until you realize he's just describing what we've all seen. Moments when Biden seems alert and capable, and others when he appears lost, confused, or barely there. Then came the Inside Job episode on Netflix, a fictional show. Yes, but its first scene was eerily similar to what conspiracy theorists have been screaming for years. A shadow government replaces the US president with a robot. They erase the original. They control the new version. Sure, it's satire, but what if it's predictive programming? What if the joke is on us? So what's really going on? Is it possible that the Joe Biden we see on TV isn't real? That somewhere along the way, after COVID, after the 2020 election, something changed? Theories range from cloning to robotic puppetry, even full-on artificial intelligence. Some say Biden died and was replaced. Others claim he's still alive, but no longer fully in control. Whatever the case, the claim is now officially mainstream thanks to Trump. If Trump's post was a calculated move, it may be one of the boldest psychological plays in modern political history. Or maybe it's something deeper, a warning, a message, or a bombshell that's only beginning to explode. The question now isn't whether people believe it, it's how many do. And what happens if they act on it? Do we trust the Biden we see on stage, or is it time to question everything? Is the so-called leader of the free world real, or are we all watching a high-tech performance? Trump didn't invent this conspiracy, but by sharing it, he gave it a megaphone. And now, millions are tuning in. So what do you think? Is Joe Biden just an old man dealing with age and stress? Or is there something far more sinister behind the scenes? Let us know in the comments, because this story is far from over.